Guys, in
all
the back.
you guys in the doorways over there, you need to clear it. Fire hazard and all that.
Hello. There we go. We can't treat Luna like that. There we go.
Those guys are not listening.
All right. Hello. I cannot load this Google Doc faster. All right, there we go. Okay, well, first off, let me go ahead and we'll introduce the three not as interesting people, and then we'll go ahead and cover them. I am Apple Cider. I'm one half of the Bronyville podcast. To my left is Chef Sandy, who is the other half.
Hello.
Would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
If you haven't heard, I'm Final Draft. I'm the broadcast director and host of Everfree Radio.
And they are the ones so graciously streaming everything. So let's see. Come on, Google Doc, you can do it. I know, Google, you can do it. I don't have real internet. I'm streaming off my phone.
Maybe they should introduce themselves.
What was that?
They can introduce themselves.
And the wonderful ladies to your right, if you would introduce yourselves.
Yes, would you please? I want to start closest here and then all the way over, if you would.
Hi, my name's Andrea Lipman, and I play the voices of Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy.
Hello. Hi, I'm Ashley Ball, and I am Rainbow Dash and Applejack.
All my faithful students, I'm Princess Elizabeth. Is my lip gloss giving like smack back or something? I'm Nicole Oliver. I also do the voice of Cheerly.
All right. There we go. All right, great to have you three on. We can definitely talk just a little bit, definitely about the show, or what we can say about the show. Definitely a little bit of some loopholes and stuff that we can't, tackle over, i.e., hey, what's going on in the rest of the season. But we can definitely talk about your experiences. I kind of want to start off in the base level of you as a voice actress, or all three of you as voice actresses, and then moving on, and then we can get into a little bit more, working on the show, working with the production staff, etc.
First of all, can I just say, are there any little kids that are stuck at the back of the room? Because if they are, I would really appreciate it.
Are there any small children? Please move to the front.
Little
That's cool.
kids, if they could come to the front of the room.
Yeah, make sure that they can do it.
I
All right,
didn't mean
now
to
don't have
cause
to
a
get
big
loud.
issue.
It's okay.
I just thought, sorry, I didn't mean to cause a big issue, but
No, it's fine.
Want to make sure
Just make sure that they can see everything as well, and that they can get as much viewing time as they can. So let's see. Let's go ahead and start with you, Andrea. I know that earlier we had talked a little, or I had briefly overheard you say that you getting into the voice acting industry was a little bit like, well, you've done it for a while. So would you mind going into that?
Yeah, so I've been in the business for over 20 years. So that's much more than half of my life. So I started when I was really, really young, when I could read and talk, and I did shows like Dino Babies and Madeline and Reboot.
I was looking at Reboot episodes earlier, just going like, she really did play that character. All right, well, that's awesome. Let's see, Ashley, what about you? Looking at least the IMDb's, it looks like you're a little bit newer to all this, but you also have this as well as a band?
Yeah, that's right. I play in a band called Hey Ocean. We're from Vancouver. We'll be touring through New York in no time, so just keep your eyes peeled. Yeah, I got into this game probably. It is a game, right? I guess it was about 5 or 6 years ago. I was really lucky and just got my foot in the right time. At the right time, and I've done a bunch of different. I can't remember the first cartoon I ever did.
No,
I've done a lot of Barbie stuff, and I was the voice of a Care Bear, an Oopsie Bear. I'm on Strawberry Shortcake actually as well with Andrea.
Oh, yes.
And it's been a whirlwind. It's been a crazy ride, and I'm just really happy that I get to be a pony because it's a great gig.
And Nicole.
Well, yeah, I've been doing this for over 20 years. I work on camera as well as behind the microphone, so get to do a lot of different things. It's cool. See, my first cartoon in Vancouver, because I'm from Toronto originally. Shout out! Yep. Was He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I was the sorceress. I seem to have a knack for these kind of really smart people, way smarter than I am, and much more. So I do I've done Strawberry Shortcake and the New Adventures of Tom and Jerry and 1001 Nights, and it's really great. It's a blessing the way I get to do what I want to do for a living, and I get paid for it too, which is crazy at times. And this is just a really great experience. So thanks for having us.
All right, I think you had a next question, dear sir?
Well, there were some rumors going around. This is for Ashley. There were some rumors going around for a while that you had a bit of a vocal injury, and what we were wondering is whether or not that was true, and if so, has it healed?
Yeah, I had a bit of a scary thing happen to me when I was performing with my band. My voice just totally crapped down on me. I was doing a lot of voiceover work right before we left for tour, and when you talk like this all the time, it kind of tends to wear down your vocal cords. So yeah, it's definitely. It happened mid-show. I was just on stage, and like halfway or like 3/4 of the way through the show, I just couldn't sing. It just like copped out. So we had to cancel the rest of our Eastern tour in Canada, and I just had to go on complete vocal rest, which I've never done before. So yeah, it was a bit weird. No talking for a voice actor. That's like, what? That doesn't make any sense. I can't breathe. So I'm healed. I'm still taking care of myself, and just trying to take some vocal healing classes. And yeah, I'm on the mend for sure. It didn't affect my pony livelihood, so I'm all right.
I think we're all happy to hear that.
Thanks. Thank you for your concern.
Very good news.
So I had a really interesting question. I pulled some across from. Oh, hey Luna. I had some questions come across on our Twitter feed, and this was one that I thought was really interesting from one of our users, the Running Cat. He actually said, "So you guys, have there been any voice actors, as you've been maturing in the craft, that you guys have kind of used as a basis of like, hey, these are people who helped me out, or have kind of been a little bit of a guide as you pushed forward to get kind of make yourselves better as you play."
Nicole Oliver.
Oh, I'm much older than you, I guess you're saying.
No. I think I can speak for myself. Since I'm kind of newer at this, there's been a lot of people in the industry in Vancouver, like Tabitha St. Germain, who's on the show, and Kathleen Barr and Kathy Westluck, who are all on the show as well. It's a small community in Vancouver, so you really get to know people, and there's people that work up north. So, am I not close enough? Sorry.
Yeah, these are real sensitive. You got to get close there.
Yeah, so just people in Vancouver. I grew up watching a lot of cartoons, but I never really paid attention to the people behind the voices. I think it's a lot easier to do now because of the internet. So, yeah, it's definitely been a pleasure to work with such fine women and men.
Oh wow! For me, most of my heroes have been theater actresses and actors, and stage and movie actor and actresses. I always love performers that don't let the medium define themselves. You know, that choose to blaze paths and do things that people say they can't do. So, going way back, Maggie Smith, who most people know as McGonagall in Harry Potter, but I mean She was in a movie called The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie, which was my first stage play, and I played Sandy. I don't think it's a great movie, a great play, and she has been amazing. I got to work with Alan Rickman when I went to theater school in England. That was pretty cool, and I guess in terms of just recently, I just did a movie with Alfred Molina, which. He was Doc Ock in Spider-Man, but this guy is a theater actor, a stage actor, he goes way back. So those are the sort of people that I find my inspiration from. And then, you know, to echo what you've said, the community in Vancouver is super special. It is so talented, so rich in the diversity of the talent available and the generosity of the performers we work with every day. It's a real pleasure and a learning experience all the time, so it's really great.
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's any other big questions before we move into My Little Pony based, fun. Let's see. Let's see. Had Hey Ocean.
I got one question real quick. Just because I know that the three of you all work in Vancouver quite a bit, it seems to me that, at least observing a lot of the new TV shows that are coming out, especially on, say, Sci-Fi and USA, a lot of them are filmed in Vancouver. Would you say that Vancouver is, in a sense, becoming, say, a Canadian Hollywood of sorts? Is that something that you guys are noticing as well?
Oh, it already is. It's the second largest production center in North America, just behind Los Angeles. Bigger than New York, even.
Oh, the more you know.
Yeah, for all areas. So it's been busy for a long time, and for service production especially. For Fox loves us right now. They've got 3 shows up there. They have Supernatural, Alcatraz, and Fringe. So we've always kind of been a hub for sci-fi. I say great, bring it on. That's all right.
Yeah, X-Files was filmed there.
X-Files was there. You know, so. Yeah, it's a busy place, and they keep coming up for cartoons, which is wonderful, and I think that's to do with the talent of the writers and the crews that are there and the actors that are there, and also there's some great animation studios in Vancouver that are doing great work from the ground up, and I think that's a great buzz and draw for a lot of people too.
Okay. Awesome.
I got one more.
Go on.
Well, and I guess the other question I got asked then is, before we start going into Pony, is there anything you guys would like to share with the fandom outside of Pony, projects you might be working on, things you may want people to know about?
Outside of
Well, I'm starting work on Supernatural next week. So. And I can't tell you what I'm doing or who she is or anything, but
That's okay.
I'll be showing up in the back third of the season, so yeah.
Great.
I got to work on a really cool series this year called Voltron Force, which is and it was my first like real woman role as Princess Allura. So it's on Nickelodeon, and I also got to take part in the new Iron Man series. So I play Black Widow, and that was really fun too. So yeah, watch out for those 2 series coming up.
Well, my show's not as cool, but I'm working on a show called Maya the Bee. I don't know if you've heard of it. And I'm playing Maya, so cheers.
Starring role. I got a question for Andrea. I don't know if you guys are ready. All right, well, let's go ahead and transcend into what, I think most people are here today. Man, there's a lot of people here.
Lots.
Yeah,
But
great.
let's... Yeah. So...
Well, there's a lot of people here, and there's about 4 times as many online right now. So.
I think the question that is out there right now, that's probably the biggest, is that, okay, so they created this show called My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic.
Yeah.
It's targeted towards little girls for the most part.
Really?
And Let me rescind that. but it does have that little thing of like, okay, My Little Pony, it's a girls show using the big quotation marks.
Really big.
But it's definitely transcended into something a little bit different than that.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that?
I think it's incredible.
Yeah, I think
This is crazy.
this is great. But
Yeah. I think it's really the series has a really positive message behind it, and it's bringing people together. And
there's a place for everybody, right? That's what I think. What I take from it is that it is all a team. We're all parts. We're all elements of harmony. We're all parts of the great circle, and you know, and that there is a necessity for each and every one of us to be here and to work together. And I think if there was more of that message out there in general, as hokey as it sounds, I think it'd be a lot better place.
No, it makes sense. What do you have to say, Andrea?
Well, I think, you know, today for me is sort of the first time I've had the chance to interact with everyone. And everyone is so kind, so positive, so wonderful to talk to. It's just been so enjoyable for me to meet all of you, and I think it's a wonderful thing, and I'm thankful to be here and to get the chance to meet you.
You guys are doing a good job then. You're obviously not scaring them. Yeah, aw. Hey, you. All right, so we, as said, they've got the whole bronies, all of us on this, just pretty much saturating the internet with tons of just pretty much adding things out there, music, art. You know, here's a good question for you. How long into, like, at what point did you find out that there was this momentum, this you know, brony movement, or you know, whatever you wish to call it?
I remember Jason coming into the studio and telling us, saying, "Oh, there's, you know, bronies. What's that?" He was serious, and then, oh, you know, you've got all this whole fan base, and you know, there's all these comments on YouTube, etc. And we were like, oh, no idea.
That was exactly my answer, right? It was probably last summer, I guess?
It was,
last spring,
end
summer.
of the first
yeah,
season, I think.
Yeah, whenever that was. But it was Jason, who's the co-creator, producer, God, writes, signs the paychecks. And he came in talking about this counterculture movement called bronies, and the message behind it. And at first, for me, I can speak for myself, and I think I said this on an interview, my initial reaction was, what? What? But the more I interacted with the fan base, and the more I heard about the fan base, and there's a lot being written about y'all now, I think it's great. I think it's great. Why not? I mean, man, I wish more people would celebrate what they love and put it out there than hide in the shadows and all try and be the same bland piece of beige, you know?
Oh.
I think the impact of bronies first hit me when my bandmate Dave called me up, and he was like, have you checked our YouTube site lately for Hey Ocean? And he's like, there's been like a bunch of comments about you know, referring to My Little Ponies, and like, what the hell is going on? And I went to our YouTube channel quickly and kind of checked out some of the comments under the videos, being like, Applejack can sing, like Rainbow Dash has a band, or whatever. And yeah, it was like all these, you know, comments coming from bronies or My Little Pony fans, and yeah, it was pretty crazy, like those worlds kind of meeting. And yeah, he was really confused as to what bronies were, but
But now they know.
Yeah, now he knows.
They're fully aware, and you've had them show up at the concerts that you've had. I know that I've bought CDs. You should buy CDs. Hey, Ocean.
Everyone, bye.
They're on Amazon, at least one CD. So. Yeah, iTunes. There you go.
Yeah, you
but
can
so
go to
you've come into contact in meet space in the real world with them at shows and other events.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, they have.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Did we get? All right. Okay. Let's see. You have a.
Bounce it over here.
Yeah, well, I've got a couple just
Okay,
quick
go for
specific
it.
questions, I guess. One thing is EFR did a interview with both. Well, actually, we did one with Maddie Peters and then one with Michelle Krieber, and both of them. This is for you, Andrea. Both of them told us that you were really good during recording at switching between Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie like instantly. And my question for you is that true? And secondly, if so, is that something you trained to do? Is that something you...
I paid them to say that.
Well, and the thing was that they both said that you even did that, say, during singing or whatever, that you were able to just switch right away, and they said it was seamless somehow. So I was
That's so nice of them to say that. What's that? Well, Fluttershy is really quiet and nice. Poor Nicole and Ashley, they're like, not that again.
That's why I walk into the studio with a bottle of Advil.
Sorry.
I think that's what we call proof positive.
Have another one?
Yeah, I got another.
Yeah, go for it.
And then actually, this is for you, Ashley. They both also told us that, first of all, that they're huge Hey Ocean fans, if they haven't told you. They both made a big stink about that.
That's sweet.
My question is, when you sing for Hey Ocean and when you sing for My Little Pony, do you do it differently? And if so, have you ever found when you're singing for Hey Ocean that a little bit of Applejack seeps in a little bit?
Maybe if we were to record like a hoedown song. Or
I think you should record a hoedown song.
A pony hoedown. Yeah, I think I definitely try to sound differently from my normal singing voice when I sing for both characters. I mean, obviously a little bit of my own singing voice is gonna sneak in there, but yeah, I don't think I've ever noticed it sneaking in on stage.
Well, I'm not accusing.
Unless
I'm
it
just
was
asking.
we were doing like a Dolly Parton cover or something. But yeah, no, I try to keep it as separate as possible, and yeah, just do my best to stay true to the character and not let any, Hey Ocean sneak in there.
Well, and I got a follow-up question for you as well, which is, where did you develop the Southern accent from? Did you watch something, or did you just... Because when we asked Michelle Krieber this, she just said, "Oh, I just did it."
Just did it. Well, when they first asked me to audition, or when I first got the audition for both parts, yeah, I didn't really think I had a great Southern accent. It wasn't something I did very often, but I tried to make Applejack kind of a cross between like Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton, sort of. And I listened to lots of Dolly, and she's got quite a Southern accent. So yeah, it was just kind of listening. I think I'm very ear trained. Like I just hear something and I try and pick it up as well as I can. So yeah, it was just a lot of listening to Dolly interviews. What did she say? It costs a lot to look this cheap. That's one of her sayings. But yeah, I don't think I'm like right on with it, but yeah, it's a really fun character to play for sure.
As a native Southern, you do a good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
You do a pretty good job on that. One thing I've noticed, and this was just in one of the behind-the-scenes videos that I caught, and you've kind of alluded to it a little bit as well. It sounds like that opposed to in some environments where the voiceover action all happens, you go into your booth, you do your lines, you pop back out, that's your day. It sounds like by the way that they have their setup, you guys are all in the room together, just interacting and being able to kind of gauge off of your reactions. How do you feel that? Do you feel that a lot of that like energy comes across on the show, and like does that make the entire process a lot better?
Oh yeah, yeah. We feed off of each other so much in the studio.
Yeah, I mean, Tara's in LA. Unfortunately, she's not with us up in Vancouver. But for the most part, yeah, we're all in the room at the same time and feed off of each other and try hard not to laugh at each other at the double entendres that Tabitha always brings up in the script.
But yeah, it's definitely it's a lot different than like, for example, doing Japanimation stuff, because you're in a room with headphones on listening to beeps, and it's dark and scary and you're alone. But these series they're so much fun. There's so many. Like I think I look forward to it every week.
I look forward to Tabitha also brings in cookies every week. So that's really great.
Oh.
Tabitha plays Rarity for those of you who
Oh, okay. Anyway.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of Tabitha fans because they're just the points where Rarity just decided, or Tabitha decides just to go ahead and just sink in that character and really just own her role.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. She is so good at that.
It's amazing. And her Granny Smith is unbelievable. I can't do Granny Smith.
No.
That's untouchable. She's.
If they want to go ahead and break down into voices later, we can do that. But that's dependent on all of
That's
what
up
they
to
want to
them.
do. Yeah, but I think first we'll do that before it all turns into Monkey Town. Just to be gentle on them. You have something?
Well, I was going to say, when you were talking about, the difference in how the show is recorded, one thing I saw when I was looking at some of the production photos was that occasionally, especially for the singing, they'll record in kind of, relatively unusual places. I saw one where they were recording for at the gala, and they were in a large room with a big brick wall. When we were talking to Maddie Peters on EFR, she said that she recorded her Cutie Mark Crusaders song in somebody's house. So I was just curious, when you're recording for My Little Pony, is it different in terms of the venue than the other projects that you've worked on, like for you, all three of you?
No, we did some of the singing at Daniel Ingram's friend's studio, I think it was, at the beginning. But now we're doing everything at Studio B, so all of the singing and then the episodes are all recorded at the same space. So, yeah.
Do you do the singing and the voice work at separate sessions then? I mean, is there a special time set aside then for the musical side of it?
Yeah, we usually do it before the session, just to wear us down. And then we have the song stuck in our head, like, forever. Winter wrap-up, winter wrap-up.
I got to follow up. Hey,
You better be careful with that. That's some ammunition you can use.
Well, and
You'll get this. I don't even want to give them the ammunition to start shooting it back, so they'll do it.
well, when that song reminds me, I was going to ask, do any of you listen to any of, say, the Brony musicians' remixes of the songs? Have you heard what they've done with your voices?
And they're all good.
Because there are quite a few out there.
Yeah.
I have to be honest, I have not listened to all of it. I've seen some of it. There's a lot.
Yeah.
The volume is mind-boggling and humbling and.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty it's great, but I may Google from time to time, late at night, when I'm all alone.
You got to be careful with that.
Yeah. I think I recently heard a song that someone created. It's like a techno remix, and it's just taking. Sorry? Sunshine and.
Well, let her describe it first.
I don't know what it is, but it's literally just like a line that Rainbow Dash says, and it's like, I don't even know what the line is. It's like one phrase, like, I think I'm just yelling something. I don't even know what, but it just like takes that one line and just like makes this crazy techno thing out of it. So that was pretty cool.
I haven't heard much of the music, but I've seen quite a bit of art, and it's pretty phenomenal.
Okay, so it sounds like you guys at least browse around a little bit, not to the extent that you're probably hitting websites every day. It's just an occasional, just like, I wonder what's on YouTube this week, or this month, this quarter, just make Equestria quarterly for you. But, all right, Seth, she said it's great. Make Equestria quarterly.
It's like things you should know.
Yeah, there he is. There's a man sitting there right in the middle. Beaming. Sorry, that's your magazine you got to make.
Well, and that actually brings me to one more question for you guys. Is there something in the fandom you would like to see, either art-wise or music-wise? Because I've asked this of other voice actors before, and I warn them when I say this, that anything you say will probably get done by tonight.
Is that a challenge?
You wield great power.
Oh man, now you really put us on the spot. God. And can you guys think of anything that you haven't seen that you want to see? Wow.
You have
I
thousands
know, that
at
was
your
an evil
command.
question to ask. I apologize.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, I think this is out there. I think you've had Rarity design clothes for all the ponies, right? Has somebody done that? I've seen. Right?
There have been.
Done. That's so old, Nicole. Get over it.
No, there have been like stuffed animals done with the gala dresses and everything like that. So that has been done, both in like physical form and stuffed animal form.
Right.
What was the obscene price that the one for the one sold on eBay, like $2,000? $24.75 for a stuffed animal of Fluttershy in the gala dress.
Wow.
Yeah.
Easy.
And just to toss another bit of simmer now. It's okay.
Simmer.
Another thing that I think, we can kind of add to this, and I think this kind of goes to something I think Nicole kind of alluded to. Is the show it does work for children, and we kind of have to put that definitely first.
Well, I guess my challenge would be then, with all this talent, can you tell I'm a mom? Is there a children's charity or something maybe you can do an auction for where the proceeds could go?
I have.
St. Jude's Hospital. Or
Yep. You want to come up here? All right. Hold on. We have just the thing.
Have you guys heard of the Humble Brony Bundle? These guys and everyone on the live stream and everyone at home raised $17,500 in 5 weeks, and 30% of that went to Child's Play that helps get sick children in hospitals, video games.
Yes.
The other 30% mostly went to Red Cross, and then the rest went to guys who are just like you, living the dream, making independent games and selling them DRM free to everyone so they can get them easily and play them.
Wonderful.
So
Fantastic.
Bronies, I think there's a Kevin here from Bronies for Good. Bronies for Good is right now having a Smile charity album. I can't remember the exact, I think it's just broniesforgood.com. Go to broniesforgood.com. It's still ongoing. I'm still collecting, but we're in a lapse right now. Go to broniesforgood.com, and all their proceeds are going directly for, is it the Children's Cancer Association? There are already over 16,000 last I checked. Good job, guys. Keep it up.
And I just want to quickly mention, I just got...
So everything's been
I
covered.
gotta quickly mention...
But that is something that I had no idea about, and that I am thrilled to know about, and I think more people should know about, because I think it's really important to give back and that's part of what the show's about too, right? So that's wonderful. Congratulations. That's great. Really, really well done.
And I just wanted to quickly mention as well, and Maddie Peters mentioned it on EFR, she is running a charity as well through World Vision to help alleviate drought that's happening right now in southern Africa. So far, mostly Bronies have raised, at least last I checked, $4,000 towards that effort. Her goal is $10,000 by the end of the year. I'm hoping we can do that by the end of the month.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you can. Again, Maddie Peters, if you don't know, is the voice of Scootaloo. So, Her link is on EFR's website, www.everfreeradio.com. You go there, on the right side of the page, there's a link there. Click, donate, it helps, it's great. It's what this fandom's all about, so.
Cool. There we go. I didn't mean to railroad it too much, but I was just kind of like, you want to know what we've done? All right, we got some information. No, it's totally
awesome.
fine. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Just wanted to go ahead and be like, yeah, have you heard about these crazy things we've been doing? And it's like,
now I have, and now I'll spread it around too. So.
Hey, do you know what my fans are doing?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a bragging point for you guys. I think it'll be good.
We've started a movement somehow. we did voiceover work, and all of a sudden it's turned into this crazy phenomenon.
No, that's you. It's all you. It's all
Yeah.
you.
Well, to bring it maybe back to the show a little bit.
Sure. That would be a good idea. Let's go for that.
I know that I talked to you a little bit about this, Nicole, and we did our interview last month. But we keep hearing over and over there's going to be more singing, more music happening as the season progresses and as the next season progresses. Just wanted to know, are you guys still recording? Are you guys still working on that?
Are we still working on episodes?
Well, yeah, and I heard that there was a big push for episodes just a couple weeks ago. I was just wondering, whether or not you guys are doing a lot more music, because that seems to be the trend we've been hearing about.
There is always music in the shows. As to who sings is always a mystery every week until the script comes out.
Oh, sure, certainly.
And for you to see who will be singing in future episodes, you'll have to keep watching.
I think you can count on that.
Hey guys, that means there's future episodes. Future episodes confirmed.
Yeah, season 3 is looking really good.
It is.
Stay tuned.
Actually, if I may go into just a little bit I'm kind of curious with what we've had released thus far, which is all of season 1 and a bit of season 2. And of course, I know that you've got season 2 and 3 in your brain right now. I guess the easiest thing to go is season 1. Was there? You mentioned Winter Wrap Up. Have there been any other songs that you guys really enjoyed doing that have been just really fun on your end?
I really like doing my pet song with Andrea. I thought
It's a little
fun
popular.
to have our little duet time.
Yeah, that's great.
I for some reason I can't remember it right now.
Go through.
I like doing my lullaby too, Fluttershy's lullaby.
Oh. If they so wish. If you so wish. Or if you want.
Hush now, quiet now, it's time to lay your sleepy head.
Aww.
And suddenly, all across this room and the internet, a single tear went down someone's cheek. Yes! What we've been waiting for all night! 2,200 viewers.
I'm trying to think of other songs. I guess the Gala song was pretty epic. Yeah, we all had our moment to shine.
Been waiting, I've been dreaming.
That's my favorite part, yeah. Let's have a sing-off right here.
Thank you.
You're fine there, don't worry. Do you have anything? Or
Well, see, now
what
this
else
is the
needs to be
conundrum.
said?
This is the conundrum we're faced with here.
Yes, with sitting
Whether
here-
to go to audience questions.
You gotta.
Yeah.
Be nice.
We'll have to see. Let's see.
It's a trap.
Question. We're getting a lot of shaking heads. No. What was that?
If you can do that, that would be
Okay.
great. I think so.
Well, staff could help out. If you guys want to go ahead and run around and see if there's any questions, screen it for us.
You can do it.
Now, I will ask a favor of the fandom here. Clearly, these are 3 extremely important people involved in the show.
Don't
Please
creep 'em out.
Limit yourself to actual questions. We all can agree they're awesome.
Yeah.
And telling them that you think it's true, you know, it's assumed, I think. So if you guys have actual questions for them, then raise your hand.
But they're being screened, so think about your questions. Oh, God.
Our first question, is this on?
Yeah. All right.
Our first question comes from Delk over here. He's asking, is there a question that you've never been asked that you wish it was, and what's the answer to that?
No.
Didn't think so.
Is that a riddle?
I've been asked I've been asked questions I wish I've never been asked. Is that, me too. And the answer to those were usually
Ew.
terrible.
I will apologize personally for doing that.
Don't creep out the VAs, kids.
Okay.
Andrea, what was your reaction to hearing your normal Fluttershy voice turned into Flutter Guy? The male Fluttershy during the first Zecora episode. Oh.
Yeah, no, that's one of my favorite things that ever happened in the show because I thought it was brilliant because it was. I mean, there couldn't be a bigger contrast, right? Like,
And in person, there couldn't be a bigger contrast between
us side by side is pretty much hilarious.
It's funny.
And then voices side by side is awesome too, and he's an incredible actor, so I thought it was awesome.
Look at that. We got a line. Or is this a line now?
Do they want to ask directly, or is it?
Yeah, we could ask. We could try that. We could see.
Yeah.
Half hour. Yeah.
Half hour, yeah. Then we've got Daniel.
Have there been any lines or particular moments from recording shows that have personally touched you?
Oh.
Ooh, remembering
Princess?
scripts. Yeah.
That's Dog Fest.
Well, I often have these massive stories I have to tell, right? And make them and bring the history in that. So I just remember the first couple of episodes being scared out of my pants, wondering what the heck I got myself into, because very rarely do you go into a script where you read the first page, it's all chunks, right? And you see Princess Celestia, and then one, and it kept going for like 5 pages, and I was like, what the? So those are trying to make a historical something to get everybody up to date of where we're at, trying to make it meaningful and emotionally relevant. That's where I panic, but also I think the juiciest, funnest stuff to do as an actor. Mm-hmm. Yeah. As for specific lines, I just love saying every pony. I love trying to find out where the writer missed like a horse reference. Yeah, totally. You know, thump your hooves, just sort of clap your hands.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, those are kind of our fun games in session.
Main hat.
Cool.
Main hat. Yeah.
Yeah, just go through there, and you're just looking like up. This is a better thing. Take it back to the writers.
You missed this.
Yeah.
You missed this.
Everybody, what's that? This is actually, I can kind of extrapolate on this a little bit. Nicole, playing as Celestia and also Cheerily,
Yes.
You do kind of serve as a moral guide almost to the show.
Well, it's
where-
not a far extension for myself.
All right,
She's
kids,
the mom.
knock that off. So
Yeah.
has a bit of that. Next?
Our next question comes up actually from Alex S. He's one of the most famous musicians in the Brony community.
I love your work.
Okay. Hello. Okay. So, on behalf of the Brony musician community, I was wondering what is the chance, the likelihood of you guys working with some of us on songs and whatnot?
Well, I think I can jump in on that. There's probably some contract stuff in the middle of that.
No, I know that, but I mean,
We encourage you guys to make remixes and stuff of the episodes and the songs that are already out there. I think that's really amazing what you guys have done. So I guess continue doing that. I don't know as far as like collaborating with the show. We don't have any part of like.
We have no say over what is written or over the music that is created until it comes in front of us, and then we have to lift it off the page.
I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be Pony. It
Yeah.
can just be like outside, just anything, whatever.
I'll contact their agent.
Yep.
Are you going to be playing here tonight or today?
Yeah, tonight I am.
I think I need to quick just say, Alex, I think I need to quick to say that you need to make a point to make sure that Andrea hears Party with Panky. Just saying. Just saying.
You should listen to that song. See how badly I messed it up.
Good job.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks.
Thank you.
That's Alex Jess, everybody. I apologize, every pony.
Okay, this is Connor Cashman. Hi, I got two things. How do you feel when you read your lines? Do you actually feel really silly when you read them?
Well, if it's a silly line, you feel pretty silly. A lot of the time when you're, I know Andrea has a lot of conversations with herself, and me too, being two ponies, you feel a little bit nuts when you're going back and forth, that one episode when I challenged myself to the Iron Pony competition. It was, I felt like a bit of a nut job, but you get used to it. It's, yeah.
That time when Pinkie Pie went crazy and she was making all the voices up, was that just you?
Oh yeah. Extra crazy.
Okay, and one more question for Ashley. Can you please, in an angry Applejack voice, say, "Forget you, this is, I can eat all these apples"?
Forget you, I can eat all these apples.
Now, for clarification purposes,
you just
I think it bears a little bit of clarification for her.
Yeah.
You just did a line from a popular fan animation.
Yeah.
For a what?
You just fed the internet, and the internet rejoiced.
Yes, you did. That's why.
It's okay. Okay. Guys. Okay, next person.
Which pony do you think you're most like, and who is your favorite?
Another collective move.
Well, undoubtedly, I'm most like Princess Celestia. I mean, come on.
Can you give us a little Celestia?
A little Celestia? Well, my students, I'm very, very happy to see you all today, and I hope you all take away the spirit of friendship with you.
Does it have to be our own character?
No. Whichever. Go for it.
I want to be like Pinkie Pie because she's such a party animal. It's pretty cool being Rainbow and Applejack. They're both pretty down to earth ponies. So I could never choose between either of them. They're both very dear to my heart.
Andrea?
I think who I'm most like is probably Twilight Sparkle because I like reading. I like reading and books and love to have her library. Yeah.
We all do.
She is a pretty good pony.
Don't worry about it.
This is Andrew H.
So one reason I think that the fandom has spread so far is because all these people here, all these wonderful people, can relate to the different characters and perceive them in all these different ways. Like, for example, Twilight Sparkle and Celestia, I immediately perceive as like a grad student and her professor advisor.
Yeah.
And, you know, I totally relate to the episode where she freaks out about not getting a weekly like research report in. So it's just, I noticed that there's so many different perceptions about this. Is there any character that you perceive in a peculiar way? And is there any particular character that you associate with because of that?
Deep, all right.
Snap, indeed.
Put on your thinking
well,
caps.
you know what character I quite like watching is listening to is Rarity, because she's really much deeper than she presents herself to be, and I think she kind of represents that judge the book by the cover axiom where you look at her and you think she's a certain way, but she's got lots of deep thoughts, and she's very caring, and that's why she's one of the ponies. But I really like her character. I mean, Tabitha's performance is fantastic and fun, and I love all the way she talks in the almost British kind of old-fashioned stuff. But a Rarity, I think, for me is somebody who you see a certain way but perceive as much differently.
I think a part of the question he was asking there is there a situation, say, in your life that you can relate to from the show, something that happened in the show that you can kind of, maybe something like that? No?
You want a character interpretation, I guess. Right?
I think that for me, Applejack is an amazing pony that I can really relate to because family is so important to her. And for me, my family is like huge, so I just like having that instilled in this pony is it's really important. So, is it bad to say that my own character is my?
That's kind of what we expected. Yeah.
We're not setting any rules here.
Okay,
You're
okay,
fine.
cool.
You're cool. All right, shrug.
Okay. We have a shrug. Watch the wire. Okay, this is.
Backwards tag.
This is CJ Loomis, aka Wolfbane.
Yep, link.
Okay, you've noticed how big the fan base has gotten so far. My question is, how much bigger do you think it's gonna get, and for how long?
I think
Hard question.
as long as My Little Pony exists, there will be bronies. Don't you think?
As it was written.
One would hope.
I mean,
There must always be a Brony King.
Oh, look at the goatee on this guy.
Okay, we have Rocker Brony.
Rocker Brony, aka Joseph. I just wanted to know, there's a lot of voice mimicry popping up around the internet. Do you guys approve or disapprove of how they're using your voices and mimicking them?
There's people doing pinkies and Fluttershies, and just for usually fan products and things like that.
I guess
Precisely.
it totally depends if it's appropriate or inappropriate. You don't want your character talking about some whacked out stuff. So
I haven't heard anything, but I mean, I think it's great. I mean, it's like a creative expression, right? So if people want to do voices and put it out there, I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, they say mimicry is, it's a form of flattery. But for me personally, with my personal moral base, I mean, as long as it's tasteful, and then that's fine. If it veers off into that, then would I be supportive of it? No, but would I say it has no place? No, that's not my place to do so.
All right, so that's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, this is going all right.
Okay, we have Maxwell Shear.
What was it like working with John Delancey?
I wish we got to work with him.
Break your heart. We didn't get to work
he
with him.
recorded it all separately, so we did not get to meet the
Which
wonderful
was
man. But it was so cool to hear his voice as Discord. Like, that was incredible.
Are you Star Trek fans?
Yes.
One Star Trek fan there.
Yeah.
This is
Narmeen Shaheen. I have a question for you. How was it like doing Pinkie Pie in that one episode when she just kind of
loses it and she becomes like really depressed. And then
Which
goes
episode is that? I'm
Ooh, hot digs. Hot dig.
Yeah. I don't know if you
It
remember.
always seems to freak out.
It's the only time she's depressed.
The one where
Party
she's,
of one.
Party
she
of one.
invents all those. Oh yeah.
And the rock.
I
and
think it
stuff
was
like
it was a huge challenge, and it was fun.
So fun.
And you guys were really supportive of me because I remember everyone in the room just kind of going, "Okay, you can do it." It was like crazy, but fun.
Okay.
Then? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, next up is Michael Schnabel.
You do Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie, but you must have a favorite that you like to voice actor.
Why?
Because they're two different characters. They're kind of like the opposite sides.
I know, but don't you think that they both have really great qualities? And
It's apples and oranges.
If you had to choose.
I like them both.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have to get into best pony arguments right now.
Yeah,
It was just her opinion. That
Let's
was
try
best
to
pony.
avoid that question if possible.
Okay.
It will go nowhere good.
Okay. Joystick.
What's your favorite episode?
It might be ones that aren't published yet. That's the problem.
Yeah. That's where it's
The first episode was pretty phenomenal. Like how, just the beginning of everything in Ponyville and how Twilight came to live there, and the whole story that backs it up.
Guy's crazy scream.
The what?
that when she first meets Twilight.
Yeah.
Was that
the
introduction to all the characters. It was
The beginning's always the best because we knew there was more to come, right? And so if that's where we started, wow. Well, what else was? What's your favorite episode?
Yeah.
Sonic Rainboom.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool.
It had Fluttershy cheering and Rainbow Dash.
Yeah. It's hard to say. We love them all. The ones that we're in. Those are our favorite.
Yeah, that's been weird lately. Okay. Elvis Sanchez.
I only got one question, right?
Well, yeah.
Right. So I have a question for you guys. What's your I can't kind of nervous. What do you
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. It's all cool. Don't worry.
You can do it.
Okay. What do you got to say about the people who are kind of like hating on the bronies? For example, how when I told my sister about this whole phenomenon, she said that everyone here is a pedophilia. No offense. So in other words, what do you think about? Because there's gonna be some people who.
So
long story short, what do you think of the people who think that everyone who watches this show is like either gay or being a child and stuff?
I think the way I'd rather address it all is we're here for positivity, and you know who you are, you know what you're about, and you don't have to prove anything to anybody else but yourself. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. As I said before, you can either listen to it or not listen to it. But personally, I'd rather just keep on the positivity trip and have the negativity go away.
We've had a.
Make room for Hucko coming through. Someone pulled the cable out from the internet in the other room. He needs to get back there and fix it so the screen gets back up. So let him through.
Oh no. Okay. The internet's gone.
Oh God, the internet is down.
No. Oh, quiet now. Hush now, quiet now.
Is that it, man?
Okay.
We've obviously had the chance to talk and to meet a bunch of you today, and you all seem like really lovely, caring, wonderful people. So whatever the internet or whoever's hating on you guys, just ignore those people, and you're not doing anything wrong. You're just expressing yourselves. So.
Okay. You are. Oh. I had a little note. A show. My thoughts on it is that a show can stand on. I mean, it's animation. A show can pretty much be whatever it is on its own merits. If it's good animation, if it's a good story, if it does what it's supposed to do and it does it well, content shouldn't matter. If it's made for, the smallest of children up to, you know, your Adult Swim and your very mature work, as long as it is produced well and that there's care and love put into it, it'll succeed. It'll work.
The story is the story is the story. That's
Mhm.
always, you know, going to film school. That's what I had nailed in my head every day. The story is the story is the story.
Mhm.
What's the story? Does it matter to you? Can it impact other people? Then that's what matters.
I mean, I think clearly that this show, you know, has those elements. That's why we're all here. It's why we're all here. It's because it has that, you know, it has that kind of impact. So.
All right. Okay. Want to go ahead?
Hi, Reese Vallow. On the subject of derpy hooves.
Well, first, do they know derpy
I
hooves?
met, where is he? I met him.
Isn't Derpy's a girl, right?
Boy, boy.
Yeah, we do have a derpy.
Okay. So Derpy's kind of a silent character. What do you think she sounds like? And could you maybe do an example of what you think her voice would be?
You're treading thin ice right there.
Yeah,
that's a
kind
weird
of thin
one.
ice because for all we know, that could be treading on future revelations.
Future
of the show.
thing, contract things that might be a little dicey.
Does she
Is
not
it?
have a voice yet?
No. It's completely one of the backgrounds.
She's the she's the gray character in the back.
The gray character with the eyes that go like this.
Yeah.
So what's the next question?
We don't know anything about Derpy hooves. We're not at liberty to say.
I'm trying, man. No, come on, man. You did.
Sorry, bro. You blew it.
I just want to quick ask.
Okay,
are we
we
back
got.
online?
Okay, we got Robbie K.
We're back online. Woo!
Hi, this is a question for all three of you. I was just wondering, I think we're all wondering if you enjoyed yourselves at BroNYCon so far, the BroNYCon experience.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'd all love to have you back in the future. Would you ever consider coming to another BroNYCon?
In a New York second.
On behalf of Applejack Sheep, I'd love to come back to Manhattan anytime.
You missed that.
Is where? Oh, there you go.
You actually get to meet her.
We met Lauren before.
We met Lauren, yeah.
Okay. This is Christopher Wilson.
While waiting for the new Pony episodes, I've caught a few episodes of the new Strawberry Shortcake, and I noticed that the characters Lemon and Plum Pudding sound almost identical to Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash. Is that something you did on purpose, or
I don't know why that would be.
or did that just come naturally?
That would be strange, wouldn't it?
I think the characters we play on Strawberry Shortcake are a lot more
flat.
They're a little more cutesy, I think. Would you say that? They're a little more like cute and more geared towards little girls.
Cardboard
and,
cutouty.
A little more, she's a little more less raspy and badass than Rainbow Dash.
She needs to be about 20% cool.
Yeah, she needs to be about 20% cooler.
I hope the internet was back for that. I hope the internet was back for that one.
Hi.
Okay, everybody, calm down.
Okay. We had a nickel jar for every time somebody mentioned that. It's like,
that's
that's
one of the more
20%
popular
cooler.
phrases it's used. So.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
First off, I just wanted to say thank you so much for what you guys have done and what you're doing. I think everybody here obviously really appreciates it, but that's not really a question. My question is, we've gotten a lot of feedback from Lauren Faust and from Jason Thiessen, and they made it clear that from the get-go they wanted to make something a little more than your average little girl's cartoon. They had something bigger in mind, and I was wondering if you guys have a moment in your mind of when the first time you kind of realized that was happening, or if there's anything that you could point to.
Well, when I saw what an episode looked like, I realized it was going to be very different. I mean, the artwork is fantastic. And
probably rap something. Probably.
sorry, boy, is everything okay over there, boys? Okay, all right then. So yeah, just the artwork for sure was something that made me realize it was very different.
Yeah, I think just reading the episodes, like they would just keep getting better and better and like way more complex and just the storylines are really they're a lot different from your run-of-the-mill cartoons that you're getting these days. So, yeah, I think that definitely makes it stand out.
I also found that they let us run wild in a sense, especially me. It's like, you know, I'll do something and then they'll say, "Oh yeah, great." I'm like, "Really? You're gonna keep that and put it in a show?"
I think the character demands
What's
it.
going on?
Requires a little insanity
okay.
for Pinkie Pie.
This is Brian, just Brian.
All right. How you doing? All right. So, yeah, just Brian. All right. So, one thing I was kind of wondering, one of the, I guess you say, the dominating factors I've noticed in voice actors and voice actresses especially is essentially they all have talent in singing. And is that something that is that kind of a requirement to?
I thought you were gonna say we're so good looking.
Yeah.
Is that true? y'all have.
You couldn't believe
That's
it.
assumed.
Y'all
That's
have a
assumed.
voice for TV, so you know.
Common knowledge.
Yeah.
That's assumed.
And then, so I saw some not essentially head shakes. I guess not a requirement.
Well,
or
I
anything
don't
like
know if
that.
it's a requirement, but there is certainly, I mean, if you do sing, you can understand if you're placing a voice up here or you're placing a voice down here. It's a tonal thing. And I think if you're a singer, you can do that and keep doing it consistently over time because you're trained that way.
Yeah.
And in singing, I assume to be a good singer, you have to have a really good ear for
Yeah,
things
absolutely.
too.
Yeah.
And then kind of a
That one just
follow-up,
helps, like, 5
Miss Lipman. How come you don't sing Pinkie Pie? What's up with that?
Just a contract decision.
Andrea's voice naturally singing is really a lot, I think, rockier and bluesier than they were looking for. So,
We don't really know why. She could do it.
I think as Fluttershy, you're absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
I wish.
Oh, here's something.
I'm really sorry you guys are going to hate me for this, but I haven't drawn in a year. And because of this is the first thing I've drawn in a year.
Oh, show it to the crowd. Show it.
Do we need to show it?
It's
Hold
a beautiful
on.
picture
Show
of
it to the
Princess
crowd.
Celestia.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
How does it feel to be off? Okay.
I think he just won.
What's going on, bud?
I got a little something in my eye right now.
Yeah.
Okay, Yeah. this is
I
Miss.
think there's some dust flying in the air.
Okay, we have time
Yes.
for maybe about 3 more questions.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
about
we've
3.
only got time for about 3 more questions.
more
We're
questions.
sorry,
Sorry,
everyone
guys.
in the line.
It always feels bad for the fourth person in line.
We've got
I'm sorry.
Daniel.
Okay.
Gotta
okay.
do Daniel
Okay,
after.
Here we
so
go.
we
Here
may
we
have
go.
a little bit more time than that, but let's see.
Mr. Mark Misery.
Fake name, of course. But I was just asking, I was just wondering for you, Ashby, since you're a singer, would you want more singing parts for Applejack or Rainbow Dash?
Yeah, I mean, I love singing. It's always fun for me to sing in a different voice and kind of have that challenge. And yeah, I mean, I'll sing whatever song comes my way, and I'm totally excited for future episodes of whether I'm gonna be singing or not. It's maybe who knows what's gonna happen? I don't know. Nothing. La 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 la. Yeah, I enjoy it. I love it. I love singing. It's
Of course,
great.
Applejack wouldn't lie.
Oh no, never tell a lie. Never tell a lie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Mr. Trevor.
All right, my question is, you three obviously have a lot of years of experience with voice acting and also like live action roles and such, so, and people say that has a lot of connection. What would you three, like, what would be probably the most essential, single biggest like piece of advice you'd have to give to someone who's aspiring to do voice acting?
Biggest piece of advice for aspiring voice actor. It's a tough world to get into, definitely.
I'm sorry if I gave you a hard question.
No, it's a really tough game. I get a lot of people asking me, how do I do this? Should I do this? I also have 2 little boys, and I think voice actors are voice acting is way better than on-camera acting, especially for kids, for anybody, because it's actually something where it's based on your talent, not on what you look like, right? So
I can do a little boy, and it doesn't matter if I look like this, because I can do that voice, right?
So, but I would never get cast on camera that way. So I think I'd say practice, practice, practice. Love it to the toes and back. Be able to look in the mirror, get a thick skin, and never give up.
And yeah, sure. That's what you gotta do. I think accents definitely come into play too. For people that can easily slip in and out of accents, like I've definitely noticed that that's a good tool to have under your belt. And also for any women that are looking to get into voiceover work, a lot of little boys are cast as women are cast to play little boys. So.
Because our voices won't
Yeah,
change.
if you can do a little boy voice, it's probably a good idea that you get into it.
Because, you look hard. Like Bart Simpson is played by a woman, as you guys know. Yeah.
Okay, and final question, Katie? Katie.
Hi, Katie.
Hi. I guess a few things back kind of blew my question out of the water. I know you don't sing Pinkie Pie, but on the Hub, they aired a commercial called Equestria Girls, which was a parody of California Girls. If any of you saw that, what did you think of it?
I just watched it. Adorable. Yeah, it was. It was super cute.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they got the rights to do that. I guess they did, though. Yeah, Katy Perry must be a brony.
Yeah.
Well, we just found out.
She at least knows about it.
Yeah. The world is starting to figure it out.
Well, we just found out that Anthony Bourdain might be one, so we'll see.
Anthony Bourdain?
Yeah, he was making some tweets on Twitter that were.
He's like, I should stop on over.
Yeah, so.
All right, well, that takes care of the line here, and we'll need to get a little bit set up done for the Daniel Ingram interview coming up as well. No.
No.
Can't do that, sadly.
All right, everybody.
So, first off, I want to go ahead and thank all 3 of our wonderful guests right here.
Thank you for having us.
As you can see, you have definitely impacted a whole bunch of people. All these crazy miscreants. They've definitely made an impact on them, and made some really great stuff in the process. Known or unbeknownst to yourself. Looks like everybody. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, we're going to be out there signing for maybe another half hour or so, and then I know I'm jetting out of here tonight. But thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you all really soon. So.